I had this whole video all filmed, recorded, and everything, talking about what helmet sets I wish they had made before they retired the helmet line. And then this dropped. At first I was a little bit annoyed because I realized that it meant I would have to re-record some parts of this video, but then I realized that means that the helmets are coming back. And if that's the case, then maybe this video can be more than just a pipe dream. And let me tell ya, I would be very happy if that was the case, because there are a lot of really fantastic helmets in Star Wars, but there are 5 that I just think would be awesome. And so, without further ado, I gave you some old footage of me talking about what 5 helmets I wanted to come out of the helmet line the most that now actually might happen. Coming in at number 5 is the Rebel Fleet Trooper helmet. Now, I imagine that a lot of you probably aren't going to agree with me on this, but just hear me out for a second. The Rebel Fleet Trooper helmet is iconic. It's one of the very first things that you see on screen in the very first Star Wars movie that was ever made. For a long time, I was against doing a helmet with a face in it, but after seeing them pull off Luke's helmet like they did, I think that they could really do a really good job on a Rebel Fleet Trooper helmet. And, you know, a Rebel Fleet Trooper helmet just would have paired so nicely with the Tantive boarding diorama and the MIDI scale Tantive that we got this year. So let me know down in the comments if you would have liked to see a Rebel Fleet Trooper helmet. But moving on to number 2 is another Rebel helmet variant, the Endor Rebel helmets. Well, I guess if you want to get technical.
Look, it's a hat.
But I don't want to get technical. What I do want, however, is an official LEGO set of this Rebel helmet. It's just a really iconic design, and you know, having only gotten one Rebel helmet, I would have loved to get a few more. And you could pair this one with your Captain Rex helmet too, if you so choose. Sorry, Nick Sant, you have been retconned in 90% of people's headcanons. But yeah, a Rebel helmet set from Endor I would have loved to have seen come to fruition instead of remaining a rumor. But even better than an Endor helmet would have been an Imperial Navy Trooper helmet. These are the guys that you see on the Death Star and Star Destroyers with just the absolutely massive helmets. I've just always thought that these guys have the coolest helmets. Well, not the coolest, but they're pretty dang cool. I've always loved it whenever LEGO releases these guys in a set because of that helmet piece that they always come with, and man, we're actually really overdue for another one of these dudes. At least we were when I originally filmed this before the Star Destroyer. Yeah, I sat on this one for a hot minute. But I mean, considering the size of these things, if they were to have done one of these as a helmet set, it would have been like $100 or maybe even $120. Definitely overtaking Vader as the most expensive helmet set. But man, I still would have bought it. And that brings us to number 2 on this list, the Imperial Red Guard. Man, these guys are cool. If you have read anything about them from Legends material, you know just how insanely cool these guys are, and I wish that they would give them more screen time. But, you know, in like a well-choreographed fight. But seriously, I love these guys' design. I think that they look so cool, and the helmets, you know, they're simple, but they say it all. They're still menacing, and I would love to see an official Royal Guard helmet set from LEGO. And if you haven't seen some of the Legends material on these guys, definitely go and check that out, because it is awesome. And if you have seen some of the Legends material on these guys, make sure to leave a rant in the comments about how much you love them. And that takes us to number 1, Bob Ross's Afro. Nah, I'm just kidding. The Death Trooper. I would have loved to see an official helmet set of the Death Trooper. I think that these guys are so cool. I love it anytime they show up on screen. And man, that helmet, that special unique helmet, is one of the coolest helmet designs in all of Star Wars, if not the coolest helmet design in all of Star Wars. I mean, whether you liked Rogue One or not, which I'm guessing you liked Rogue One, there's no denying that the Death Trooper helmet design is just so cool looking, and if they had done this as an official LEGO set, it would have sold really well. So if they decided to bring back the helmet line, which considering the Bo-Katan rumors seems like that might be the case, for one set, one helmet only, I would want it to be this guy. But that's my top 5 list for helmets I wish LEGO put in the helmet line. Let me know down in the comments below how many of these you agreed with and what might have been on your top 5 list. And thank you for watching all the way to the end, and if you did watch it to the end, I'm guessing that you enjoyed this, meaning that you should leave a like, maybe subscribe, and check out some content on the end screen now.